Okay, so we're going to be adding, subtracting mixed numbers. And then the second sheet we're going to be working on is the adding and subtracting mixed numbers, and then regrouping when we're done with the adding or subtracting. Okay, so let's start. So here we're going to add 8 1/4 plus 2 4/5. And these are the same steps for adding and subtracting. So you can look at your notes from yesterday. Yeah. So the steps here. If the denominators are unlike, find the least common multiple of each denominator. And then convert fractions to equivalent fractions with like denominators. So remember that the same operation is on top and bottom. So here, if I have fourths and fifths, the least common multiples, so let's find the multiples of 4. So 4, 8, and then 12, and then 16 and 20. So here it's 5, 10, 15, and 20. So the least common multiple they have is 20. Okay, so we need to set them equal to 20ths, right? They need to become 20ths. And we know that 4 times 5 will get me 20, and that 1 times 5 then is 5. So 1/4 is the same thing as 5/20ths. Let me zoom up here so you can see this a little better, sorry. And then the next thing, the 4/5 then, so notice we're only doing these right now. We're not worrying with the whole numbers, because the whole numbers, regardless how many times you cut them into pieces or group them into groups, there's still going to be 8 holes and then 2 holes. It's still going to be the same. All right, so let me get back to here. 5 times 4 is 20, and whatever I do on bottom, I must do on top. 4 times 4 is 16. Okay, so now I can rewrite this. 8 1/4, well, 1/4 is the same thing as 5/20ths, so I'm going to write that as 5/20ths. And then 2 4/5, 4/5 is the same thing as 16/20ths. So then I can rewrite this as, well, 8 plus 2 is 10, right? And 5 plus 16, right? What's that going to be? That's 21 20ths. Okay. Well, 21 20ths, that's the same thing as 20 20ths plus 1 20th, right? And 20 20ths, whoops, you can't see that. So 21 20ths is 20 20ths, which is 1 whole, and 20 and 1 20th. Sorry, I just keep saying that. So that's 1 whole with our 1 20th at the end, plus our 10 holes to begin with. So 10 plus 1 is 11. So the answer to this question would be 11 and 1/20th. Okay. And then, so let's keep going with the steps. Rewrite the equation, which is what we did. Add the whole numbers, so we did that. And then add the numerators, we did that. And keep the denominators the same. Okay. For improper fractions, convert the decompose. Convert and decompose. So that's what we did. We decomposed it. We broke it apart. We said 21 20ths is the same thing as 20 20ths plus 1 20th. 20 20th was 1 whole, and then the 1 20th was still the fraction that we had. So 10 plus 1 is 11, 11 20ths. Now let's look at the second one. It's the same bit. This time we're doing subtraction. So here we're going to subtract 5 1/5 minus 3 2/3. Okay, so if the denominators are unlike, which they are, find the least common multiple. So let's talk about this. What's the least common multiple with 3 and 5? So let's do this. 5 times 1 is 5, 10, 15, 20, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. 15 is our least common multiple. All right, so our least common multiple is 15. So we're going to set them equal to 15ths. So here we had 5, and we're turning into 15ths, so we multiply by 3. Whatever we do on bottom, we must do on top. 5 times 3 is 15. 1 times 3 is 3. Here we're multiplying by 3. 3 to get to 15. 3 times 5 is 15. Whatever we do on bottom, we must do on top. 2 times 5 is 10. So 1/5 is the same thing as 3/15. 2/3 is the same thing as 10/15. Okay, so now we can so here we go. We have rewrite the equation. You cannot subtract 3 minus 10. You must regroup. So here's what we're going to do. We know that 5 and 3/15 is the same thing. So I'm going to write it to the side. So 5 is the same thing as 4 plus 15/15ths, right? Because that's 4 holes and then another hole. So, don't forget this part. Not sure what they're saying there. Here we go. So that is 4 and 15/15. So it was 15/15ths plus my 3/15ths. I'm going to put an equal sign here. And that's 15, 16, 17, 18. That's 18/15ths. Oh, that's what they're trying to say. Sorry, it was 4 plus 15. Oh, well, I'll figure it out. So it's 18/15ths. So here, it's 18/15ths, and then there's the left over. So it's 4 and 18/15ths minus 3 and 2/15ths. It's 5, 6, 7, 8, not 2/15ths. Whoops, I rewrote that wrong. It's 10/15ths. Whoa. So 4 and 18/15ths is what we got here, okay? Because we turned that into 4 and another whole, 15/15ths, plus the 3/15ths. So 15/15ths plus the 3/15ths became 18/15ths. So it was 4 and 18/15ths. And we're going to subtract that. 4 and 18/15ths minus 3 and 10/15ths. So now we can subtract the numerators now. 18 minus 10 is 8. That's 8/15ths. 4 minus 3 is 1. Okay, and simplify if needed. There's no simplification needed here. All right.